Hello, Citrus County. This is Debbie coming to you live at Crystal River Beefo Brady's High School Football Player of the Week. We're into week 5 now, and it's actually the normal week of football. I've got one winner from all 4 schools, and we'll be presenting that award. Brett will be talking with the coaches and giving the recap of all the games, and that's what's happening right here live. This is the community portion of our presentation. The highlights for this week is Lecanto High School's Boys and Girls Golf Club program is having a yummy pancake breakfast Saturday from 8 to 11. I think they're doing $5 a ticket, but you can get tickets at the door, and all the money goes to benefit the golf program at the high school. Dan makes some really good pancakes, just heads up. We'll be doing our football specials now all through college and football NFL season. As you guys know, our regular college fans and NFL fans, we fill up. We have a great time. We have some good football specials this season, and we get all the games all the time. So check your listing, head to Beefs, and get ready to make some new friends on Sunday because we fill up. Okay, the way to watch this video later is we will share it as soon as Brett does his magic and makes this video look awesome, and he'll put it up on YouTube. We'll share it on our Crystal River Beefo Brady's Facebook page. Like us on Facebook, and keep up with all the latest in community events and specials that we have going on, corporate and in-house. All right, to start this week off, we're going to start with Crystal River High School's Player of the Week. It's Logan Wardlow. There you go. And we've seen him a couple times already.
Crystal River head coach Tony Lewis, coach, a tough one again last week, but I mean, certainly your kids proved once again the margin between you and nature coach is razor thin again this year.
It was, and I think our kids, we were very pleased with their effort. I thought we came out, played extremely hard. We had good leadership from guys like Logan before the game, and I think once he talked to some of the other kids before the game, the focus was a lot better, and our kids came out and played extremely hard. Yeah, Hernando's a well-coached team. They play well on both sides of the football. They play well in special teams. They've got some good athletes. They run to the ball on defense, run the ball extremely well on offense, which sets up all their play-action stuff. So it'll be a good test for us. He's done a great job, and I think that's one of the biggest things that we've enjoyed having Logan for. And a big part of the Nature Coast game was his leadership, and he doesn't leave the field. Plays offense, plays defense, plays some special teams, and gives his all.
It was tough. I mean, there was a lot of good things we got out of it, and I mean, we can't sweat it. We got to go on to next week. They're fast. They got good running backs, but I don't think their line's very strong up front. I think we can expose them. I brought to their attention that maybe our playoff run is out, but we can still upset the playoffs. We can still play our part in upsets.
And next up in our presentation this week, we're going to do Seven Rivers Christian High, and it is Hunter Ramsey. Heard you had a good game, and you're new to this. Congratulations.
Seven Rivers head coach Ray Green. Coach, a good week last week. Can't get any better than 2 wins in less than 5 days. Pretty good stuff for your young men.
Yeah, really proud of our kids. It was a kind of a crazy schedule that we had to endure last week, but really proud of the way that we came out on a really kind of a long road trip to Jacksonville on Monday, and then of course we were home Friday, and really appreciate the way that our kids prepared and thought that we did a good job in the games executing. Yeah, it's certainly advantageous to be able to have 4 days to prepare. You're not in a huge hurry to get things going, and it kind of gets kids back in the routine that they have, which we like, Monday through Thursday. So really excited to be back on a regular schedule. Well, the offensive linemen are kind of the unsung heroes, of football. They don't get the credit. It always seems to be the same kind of people that get the Player of the Week. and we wanted to look at someone that had a great week this year, or excuse me, this look at someone that had a great week in the game, and I thought that Hunter Ramsey did a really good job for us. He's our center, did a really good job making all of his assignments, making all of his checks, and keeping everybody on the same page up front. So we really appreciate the job he did for us running the football for, I think, almost 1,000 yards last week between both games, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it all starts up front, and he's the leader of that group, and really appreciate what he did.
It's been great. It's been really fun playing for Coach Green, and I'm kind of, if anyone asks a question between my guards, I'm usually the person to answer that. I'm important in communicating as well across the line and getting a certain call if we need it, depending on the other team's defense. And it's just been fun so far. Right now, the offense has just been a machine right now. We've just been perfecting our craft so far.
All right, and next on our list is Citrus High School's Rudy Holton. I know he had a good game, and he's actually a senior this year, so I've seen him in the past more than once. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
And I'm going to do Brett a favor, and I'm going to move and show that shirt. Good job, Rudy.
Thank you.
Citrus High head coach Nate Bonador, right in it at halftime and probably thought starting the third, you guys were in good position.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities. Those are the real frustrating ones, because when you watch the film, you look at it across the board and say, well, if we corrected this one thing, when I watched the film, offense, defense, special teams, we came down to 7 plays made a difference in that game. 7 plays that if we didn't screw up, we would have won that game. But you learn from it. You have to move on from it. You move on to the next opponent. Wiki Wachi is our next district opponent. We still have hope for playoffs, and that's the mission that we're driving home with our kids. Yeah, we have to go out there and play our game. That's the biggest thing. We've gone out, played our game one time, and we got to win out of it. We got to, play great defense. Got to have a great special teams setup going, and offensively, we got to be able to grind the ball out. That's our objective. Anytime we play, that's what we're capable of. That's what we're going to do, and that opens up the pass game for us. And that's what we're going to live and die by. He had 120 yards rushing, and what was that a 30-yard reception you got for a touchdown? He stepped up. Even when it looked like the chips were down, Rudy refused to give up. His leadership made a world of difference in our effort and our play, and so we wanted to give him the kudos he deserved.
Oh, yes, sir. We want to, this week in practice, we worked on just capitalizing everything. Being efficient, being more efficient, defense, rallying to the football, offense, everybody getting blocks and everybody keeping everybody motivated so we can continue to win these district games. I told those guys Friday night that they had beat Central. And I said, be ready for a dogfight, because I know those guys are coming. They're fresh off a win. The rest of their games have been really, really, really close with Springstead and I can't remember who else it was, but there were some close games. And I told those guys, don't take anybody lightly from over there. Don't worry about the record. Just go out and play district game football.
Next on our list is Lecanto High School's Nathan Cobb. And his family is pretty big in town with the brewery and winery. And I heard you did really good. There you go, Nathan. And we'll get all your stuff to you real soon.
Lecanto head coach Greg Harper, coach, we talked about it a little bit on the radio, but offensively a good start last week. Just haven't been able to carry over the consistency, it seems like, on the offensive side of the football.
That's what we continue to work on, is that consistency and getting better each week. And, last week, like you said, we came out, executed real well at the start, but then couldn't put some more drives together until the second half. Again, had a good drive in the second half and couldn't finish it off. But, the kids are getting better, and we just need to keep working on it, like you said, consistency. With all these district games, that's really what it comes down to, is who wants it the most and who's willing to fight for it, for 4 quarters. So I know our kids are excited about finally having a district game, and I think we'll be ready to play. Well, Nathan did a real good job for us on Friday. Did a real good job on defense, had many tackles, and we just thought his effort on both sides of the ball was good enough for him to be the player of the week.
It's going good so far. It's not the way we wanted to turn out, but it's going to get better. They're big, but we have the bigger heart, so hopefully we can come out and attack them and put more drives together. Get more reps at practice, got to know our assignments and transfer that from practice to the game. and hopefully it works out.
I want to add that Citrus County Sports and Apparel is getting our materials, our plaques, our shirts, and our award for the student. It should be ready by next week. We got a little behind on this with all the storms. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know that these guys are going to get all their gear.